Welcome back. We're just about ready to go. Stephen Silvani joins us in commentary. G'day, Sauce.
Thanks, Hutto. Well, yeah, what a day, but a real test for Freo. Wet conditions, haven't won here in 7 attempts.
And more on the conditions from Andrew Marr.
Yeah, thanks very much, Hutto. You're looking at my feet at the moment. This is the sort of conditions, particularly in the centre square, that the players are going to have to confront today. There's been over 20 mils of rain since 5 p.m. last night. These are the worst conditions that some of the locals have seen down here for 5 years for footy. So it's going to be a massive test for both sides, particularly Fremantle.
All right, thanks for that, Andrew. Short memories, I'm sure. I've seen conditions that have been at least this bad or worse in recent times, but they are certainly pretty ordinary. Sauce, who do you fancy?
Well, you'd have to go for Geelong, but I'd be happy if I was Chris Conley to see conditions like this. He would have come here, make it a real scrap, honest footy, get in first, get the ball moving your way.
Well, there's Ben Graham. He seems to have lined up. We started on the half-back line. He's already worked his way up towards the half-forward line. We can see the weather currently 8 degrees at the moment. Who are you tipping? Chris O, home team?
Yeah, I think Geelong, interesting that both sides are playing a loose man in defence to start this match. Sanderson for the Cats, Parker for the Dockers.
Milburn on ball for Geelong, which is an interesting one. We are underway, and we're not expecting the ball to move too rapidly, but the Cats trying to get it forward. They get the assistance of a free kick. Stephen King trying to take an advantage that he wasn't entitled to. So it's going to come back into the middle of the ground, and David Johnson will be the recipient of the free kick. Interesting that Matt McCarthy is in the team today for the Cats and lining up on the ground and up forward. He'll get his chance here to fly and creating the spillage. Already Geelong deep into attack. Or Steve Johnson had an opportunity. There'll be plenty of fumbling today. Koularitis likewise couldn't handle it cleanly. Good to see Dylan Smith in the thick of it. He's been good in his first couple of games for Freo since, of course, moving across from the Kangaroos as we check in on the Geelong bench. A combination of experience and youth there with Peter Riccardi, the prime mover. On the bench, there's another whistle. There's another Geelong free kick. And once again, the umpire not allowing the advantage to be taken. It's going to come back to Ablett.
And just a couple of matchups. Hadrell's gone to Kingsley. Scarlett has taken Simmons.
Might we see a big barrel here, Hutto?
Well, you never know.
If anything, Hutto, the wind is favouring that end, the end that Ablett is kicking to at the moment.
Bit of his jumper being held. He sets it up at the top of the square. Plenty of big bodies there for the Cats. There was a foot to the ball, and Chapman was trying to claim it, but the umpire wouldn't have a bar of it. And the Cats, contrary to what you see there on screen, are one behind, and Fremantle yet to score.
Thornton, ball just holding up in the breeze towards Hadrell. He did enough, Robert Hadrell. And he's paid the mark at half-back for the Dockers. Played his 50th game last week as he wobbles it towards half-back. Chance at ground level. Well done by Geelong. They get it through. Well done, Milburn. Eventually Mooney scraps it forward inside attacking 50. Chance for Kingsley. Ablett's loose. Gary Ablett on the left boot. He snaps. Misses to the near side, Ablett. So he's involved early though, Gary Ablett. And with this breeze, which looks quite strong, Andy, it looks as though it's worth a couple of goals.
Oh, it is strong, Chris. Not only is it going that way, it's also pushing towards the commentary box. So they're kicking, that ball kicked there by Thornton goes straight into the teeth of the breeze.
So Freo have to defend here once again, although King's kick carried with the breeze. And it'll go over and out. And once again to a big pack of players. We're going to see lots of that this afternoon. Johnson in amongst it. But inevitably a ball up or a throw in.
Well, they've done all the attacking Geelong. They're just keeping the ball moving their way. It's a simple game plan today. Not too many handballs, just the quick kick forward.
And Longmuir and King again doing battle. Chapman, you'd think he'd thrive in these conditions. Big Stephen King holding his ground, getting it deep, and once again the behind conceded. All handy scores. You would think it would be a relatively low final scoreline.
Thornton again with the responsibility. Oh, gee, it's an ordinary kick off the boot. Ling almost. Fremantle there, though. They're there in number. Well done by Pavlich eventually. Or was it? He's kicked it straight out on the full.
Well, twice the ball's gone over that side. That win is very strong. And obviously Fremantle kicking against it. The ball is dropped short on 2 occasions.
It's playing into Geelong's hands over that side of the ground too, fellas.
Graham, a thumping kick to the goal square. Kingsley almost, he couldn't quite hold on. And another behind of the Cats. So, well, they've done all the attacking as we've mentioned. And Steve, just 2 players in the attacking half for the Dockers.
Yeah, well, the Dockers have got plenty of players back, but this ball dropping very short. Let's just watch this kick.
They're just putting all their players out to the left side there, driving it out, same drill. Then the Cats bring it back in. It seems to be instant replay stuff at the moment. Bell, there was a doubt over his fitness today. Ling, they work it into the square. Kingsley goes to ground. Cats fans looking for a free. Certainly wasn't one there. Pavlich, Ablett, and the umpire, you would think, would be pretty lenient today on that sort of behaviour.
Yeah, I just question whether that other side is the defensive side of the ground at the moment.
Yeah. You would think that maybe they'd mix it up and go the other way, but here's Hayden taking a long time to get rid of the ball. Brown helping it on its way. Milburn and Graham trying to organise things at half forward. Got a high tackle and it was spotted. Umpire Darren Goldspink right on the spot. So a good start for the Cats here. Got the win. They haven't kicked the goal, but they are certainly doing all the attacking. McCarthy breaks loose to get a run at it. Good defensive work. Just styming the Steve Johnson kick. He goes again with a hand. Now Bell, same direction. Can they clear the defensive area? Let's hope they might some stage before the end of the day. Bell, along the line. Milburn. Corey. Cats conceding ground here. Freo doing well, putting them under some pressure. Farmer, all about commitment. Troy Longmuir. Mooney. Corey. Bartel. Touch play on. And Ablett was swamped. Longmuir over the top of it.
And that is that's the other end of the ground. That is the Fremantle forward line, and we just see all the players that pushed up into the Geelong forward half, and we just have Paul Medhurst and his direct opponent in the Fremantle forward 50.
King knocks it inside, attacking 50. Well done by Hayden. He rode the bump, kept his composure, wobbles it though. It's poor kick marked by Bartel. So James Bartel, he was a star last week. That wasn't so good. Now a chance for Hadrell. Burst from half back. Again a poor kick straight back to Bartel. So James Bartel wobbles it and almost floats it inside attacking 50. Comes to Ablett, who's had a lot of it early. He's kick ineffective. Thornton uses Bell, and Bell kicks across the ground. Running hard is Shammer. Will he get there? He does enough to see it over the line. But Steve, both sides handballing a lot. I just wonder whether the better policy in these conditions is just to get boot the ball in any circumstance.
Yeah, I'm with you there, and I'm sure that would have been the instructions by the coach, but obviously a lot of pressure out there. Decision making very important.
King in front again. Chapman. These conditions will suit Paul Chapman this afternoon. And Gary Ablett, gee, he's been right on top of it early. A number of touches. And it could be a day for these small forwards. There's a couple of star small forwards on both sides, of course. Paul Medhurst and Farmer for the Dockers. Chapman and Ablett for the Cats. Boundary throw in. Longmuir, did he try and take it out? Dangerous, top of the goal square. Milburn, a flying shot off the ground. Has missed everything.
Well, Fremantle yet to get inside their forward 50. Geelong are doing all the attacking.
In fact, they haven't been in their half yet. Big opportunity here for the Cats. Deep in their attacking zone. King again takes front position. Looking for Steve Johnson. Shammer couldn't handle it. King to Ablett. Can he get clear? No. Fremantle desperate in defence. Well done by Smith, putting his head over the board. Does he earn a free kick? No. Well done, Parker. Bell finally shovels it out to Justin Longmuir. Kick out towards his brother, who tried to soccer it. His thought process was okay, just didn't connect. Another chance for Troy Longmuir. This time he clears the area up to the wing. Corey, not quite. Chance for Hunt. Mooney in the long sleeves. Now Corey, look out. Now he had prior opportunity there. No, he'll get the free kick. Yeah, just a little careless, perhaps, Jeff Farmer with the tackle.
Well, followed through with the tackle.
Corey switching play, and the Cats again attacking from the outer side. This is Harley getting it in there quickly. Freo with a couple of extra numbers back there. Longmuir, Graham, Bell. Hazelby, Smith, and now they're away. Plenty of distance on the kick, up to the wing. Corey at the back of the pack. And the ball just sliding over and out.
Well, we just saw that. That was 4-on-1 in Geelong's favour. Just at the moment, Fremantle getting plenty of players behind the ball, but they've got to keep a forward line structure that they're able to kick to some targets. Maybe an idea to pull a couple of those players back into their forward half.
Yeah, certainly through the middle of the ground, Sauce, when every time they've threatened to get it to the middle, there's been extra Geelong numbers. Johnson, Hadrill, Ablett, Bell, Chapman, back to Steve Johnson. High one. Again, Thornton, uncontested, slides into the mark. Let's see if they can switch play. Well, there's no one to switch to, so he's got absolutely no choice. You would think that someone might run and try and link up, but obviously the tactics are just to keep it bottled up in that half-back flank. Ling gets it out to Johnson, who fires it away, but as you can see, touched off hands, and it's over and out again.
It signals a pretty positive mindset from Fremantle, though, Sauce, playing that side of the ground.
Yeah, well, it does. Certainly, they're trying to defend, but that is the defensive side, Andrew.
Oh no, that's the attacking side of the ground. That top side.
Peter Bell wrestled to the ground. Now a chance for Hazelby. Does he keep it in? Yes. Simmons providing a contest at the back. Chance for Scarlett, who just stands and delivers towards full forward. Pavlich couldn't take it. Hayden. Now Thornton, ineffective. Well done by Ablett. Dispossessed, and good tackle on him though by Smith. And what's the umpire going to do here? He's going to bounce it. Well, there must be an instruction to go to that side if it's not the defensive side, because that would be an almost ludicrous thing to do. So far, they haven't paid any sort of price for it. Chance for Hayden. Pushed off it, though, by Ablett. Well done. Good tackle by Parker. Ablett was able to keep his feet. Grover scrambles it away. Hazelby. Well, gee, it was held a long time in the tackle by Ling. And Paul Hazelby will get the free kick inside defensive 50 for the Dockers. Calling for some movement. Kicks towards the wing. Simmons provided a contest. Smith, who's been at the base of most packs so far this afternoon. Oh, gee, good aggressive tackle coming from Cameron Mooney.
We saw the inside 50 sets there, 10-0. We still haven't had a quarter this year where a team hasn't got inside their forward 50.
Ooh,
let's
gee,
hope we don't.
That was
see
a dangerous tackle, wasn't it? Because it's almost spear-like.
Let's hope we don't see that today. Ooh. And Bartel copping plenty of attention for his vigorous work. Shammer seems fired up. The umpire's called play to go on through the middle. And on the counter-attack, Pavlich blasted into the vacant 50. It's a race now. Scarlett leads that race. Milburn to provide some protection. Surrounded by Fremantle players. Scarlett handled it beautifully. Slides it out to centre-half back. And Mooney now can use Sanderson, and the Cats can run. The game's complexion suddenly changes. Through the middle, Chapman didn't do enough. Hands and knees stuff from Smith. And Fremantle bundle it forward again. Up to half forward. Simmons again surrounded by Geelong players. Mooney tries to forge a path. McManus off the ground. Milburn's been prominent. Barges his way through. Clever play. His kick not great though to half forward. And Longmuir takes the mark. As at least they get a bit more distance on the kick. Wasn't well placed though. Poorly placed into a big pack of Geelong players. And Bartel, now this is the switch up. First time we've really seen it today. Out to Koularitis, to centre half forward. Great kick. Oh, Johnson couldn't handle the pace. And Thornton did well. Got the handball out. Fremantle, again, they've got the numbers this time. Hayden's hurried kick. Back to the middle of the ground. It was well placed. Brown couldn't handle it. And Sanderson sliding through. We're going to see a ball up.
Yeah, well, we've seen plenty of mistakes. Just so important that players out there realise that they're going to be mistakes happen. They just can't concede anything, and that's the hit there. Well, that's reckless.
From the bounce, chance for Smith, who's been very good early, Dylan Smith, but only as far as Scarlett. Scarlett taking time to assess his options. Bartel just jams it on the boot. Gets some distance inside attacking 50. Oh, good mark taken in these conditions by Matthew Pavlich. Just protected the ball and just popped it up to himself and was able to take it on the second attempt. Thornton just kicks it hurriedly. Simmons. Now a chance at ground level for Troy Longmuir. Taken by Corey, and he's wrapped up. And we'll get a bounce.
It's a good point you made about their structure up forward, Sauce, because, I mean, we've seen so far when they have got it down there, it's only been once. But Geelong have had the extra numbers. We'll see what happens this time.
Polak kicks it towards Farmer, inside attacking 50, tapped it down into the path to Medhurst. He'll get the free kick, Jeff Farmer. Now, Medhurst has kicked a goal. Now, why advantage wasn't paid there, I'm not sure, because there certainly didn't appear to be too much of an interruption in play. And that could be very costly, because in these conditions, to kick a goal from 45 metres into this gale is a tall order.
Gee, aren't the decisions going to have to be they're going to be very crucial, the ones inside 50 today on wet days like today?
Well, he's fairly lucky to get the free kick there, Jeff Farmer. But,
I don't know.
You wouldn't know, would you? You wouldn't know whether he was throwing himself or he was thrown.
He was holding on.
Impossible to know.
There's Paul Medhurst just appealing that the goal stand that he socked through from 30 metres. But Jeff Farmer with a chance here from, well, 45 metres you'll need to kick it, but into a strong wind.
Possibility that this kick will probably drop short.
Jeffrey Farmer has kicked 32 goals in the season so far. It'll land in the goal square. Has it got the carry? No touch, right on the line. And he was almost away celebrating as he ordinarily does, the exciting machine, Jeff Farmer. But on that occasion, the Cats did very well just to touch it right on the line.
Hunt, it was a good kick in. Johnson just couldn't get a handle on it though. Polak. And the Cats getting it safely over the line. Oh, Cooleritis got a real ride.
And this is where the Dockers need to put some pressure on the Cats here. They need to hold it inside their forward half, as the Cats did in the first 10 minutes of this quarter.
Tom Harley getting the hand of the football right on the line.
Saved the day for Geelong. So Freo have eroded 16 minutes into this opening term. You can say 8.5 to go. They'd be delighted with the scoreline, I would think, at the moment, if that is as a significant advantage to that end as we think it might be. McCarthy charging through. Longmuir again from one out to Pavlich. Now Hazelby out towards the boundary line. Shammer. And his stature in the game has increased significantly this year. He's averaged 15 disposals per game. He kicked 3 goals and had 25 touches against the Cats when they met in round 5 earlier in the year.
Just 19 years of age. Big future. King again props in front. Steve Johnson couldn't control it. Now get a high tackle. No, it'll go to Fremantle. Umpire Darren Goldsmith awarding the free kick to Graham Polak. And the young stars in the Fremantle side, just 20 years of age. Big future in front of him as well. Thornton, centre half back. Fremantle intent on bringing it to the outer side. Hayden in front of Ablett. He's got the big job this afternoon, Roger Hayden, but he was beaten one-on-one by Ablett. Gardner back to Ablett. The Cats away. Kick inside attacking 50. Longmuir almost, but he kept the ball in front of him. That was the important thing. Polak, handball out wide. Oh, a little fumble from Brown. Ablett's tackle was very good. Hadrill lends assistance. He's wrapped up at half forward for the Cats, and we will get a bounce.
Just get the feeling down here, Chris, that the Freo blokes have found their feet and starting to enjoy this a bit.
Comes out wide, Parker just hurries it forward. Hazelby, an important touch, picked up by Ling, and we'll get a bounce. Just important, Steve, when you're playing in defence in these conditions, not to let the ball go behind you or through your hands. Just keep it in front, give yourself an opportunity to get it on the second effort.
Yeah, spot on.
So a free kick coming to Stephen King. Between wing and half forward for the Cats. A couple of loose players inside, so he chooses one of them. Scarlett, who bursts away, runs to 60, a thumping kick goal, and oh, he's kicked this beauty! Matthew Scarlett, no, it's offline.
It was a beauty of a point.
It was a beauty of a point. Gee, I thought he had kicked it.
Well, he did real well, though, didn't he?
Oh,
He just tucked the ball under the arm and just went for it.
Thornton's kick couldn't get outside defensive 50 again. Working overtime, the Fremantle defence. Bell. And over and out, we saw the leading possession winners so far a few moments ago, Bell and James Bartell. sitting atop that list. Gary Ablett also on 6 possessions, and Scotty Thornton, number 22 for Freo, who has had plenty of work to do on the last line. Longmuir is Ling and Hazelby. They'll continue to battle throughout the afternoon. You would think it'll be a long but crucial battle. Ablett certainly enjoying these conditions as well. Longmuir onto the boot. Some pretty slick work by the Cats. Gets them inside 50. Hand pass from Bartel was terrific to McCarthy. Who's quick snap. Also misses, so the Cats have almost got a goal. They've got 6 behind.
Yeah, they'd be disappointed with that, though. They've been inside their forward 50 on 15 occasions to Fremantle 2. And 6 behinds isn't a great result.
Scott Thornton. Game number 13. Decides to kick to himself then. Well, he kicked it covered about 30 metres. He got it to half back. Bell, Brown, couldn't pick it up. Corey. But again, Fremantle just doing everything they possibly can to force the ball forward. And they were successful on that occasion as we look at part of the crowd here at Skilled Stadium soldiering on in these conditions. Simmons now doing battle this time with Mooney. McManus. Kick well smothered. Kick forward though by Smith. Scarlett again. Been very clean with his handling. Milburn, that was good. Now Ablett again. Possession number 8. Dumping kick to the goal square. Bartel and Thornton need to keep your feet here. Thornton. Bartel works to the front. Well done, Bartel. Sockers goal and hits the post. Well played by both players. The easy thing to do would have been to go to ground, but they both kept their feet and fought on. And James Bartel almost pulled off a sensational goal.
Well, did real well here. Both kept their feet. The kick off the ground was a little unlucky.
Thornton again lands one 40 metres out from the defensive goal, and Pavlich, he is going to be a target for much of the afternoon. His 5th possession. He's confident he can get a bit further. He tells them, keep running up to the wing, but it's 3-on-1 there. Got to kick it to numbers. Tenace on the ground and into the action. Out to Mooney. Good smothering though by Fremantle. And yet another ball up. There's another surge of rain comes down. Cats preparing to make another interchange. Looks like Stephen King's going to come off and Tim Cullen's going to come on. So Mooney into the ruck. Corey claiming a free. Playing in front. McCarthy reaping the rewards. Little dappy kick into the pocket on the bounce perhaps. Longer would have been the better option. Grover got manhandled. Johnson throwing his weight around. Well played by Grover again. Johnson still in the middle of it. Grover handling it beautifully. Milburn, his kick though let him down. And this is Dylan Smith as Freo try a different tactic, maybe just to carry it out of defence. 50-metre penalty.
They've got to find a way to convert here, though. There's definitely a 2 to 3 goal advantage to Geelong's end. Their balls are carrying about 10 or 15 metres further than Fremantle, so they're going to need to start converting before quarter time.
So the Dockers a chance here. Smith wobbles it just over the centre. Well done by Callum as he pushed in the back. Not according to umpire Goldspink. He calls play on. Good umpiring eventually. The ball's not coming out, so he calls for it. Just under 4 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Matthew Scarlett's dropped off to be the spare defender for the Cats.
Chance for Simmons. Polak just needs to get it onto the boot, and he does now. Kick towards half-forward Corey. McManus off the ground. Scarlett, well, that's a deft little touch into the path of Riccardi. And the Cats with the numbers, so they'll get out of trouble. Spirals it along the wing. Bartel and Thornton. Chance at the back for McCarthy. Bartel, good second effort. Now Thornton uses Pavlich. Leads a Shepherd from Sandilands who just didn't do anything, just stood there. As a consequence, a turnover. Ablett runs to 50, kicks towards a vacant goal square, and he misses too.
Well, it was a poor effort by Sandilands, wasn't it, Michael? Just stood there, just needed
to get involved in the contest in some way.
And Pavlich was looking for the Shepherd.
So Hadrill now trying to kick it in. more trouble than Thornton had, and presents Darren Milburn with a golden opportunity here. And to me, he's handled the ball as well, if not better than anyone so far today, so might as well have a shot.
And great to see Ben Graham get across to him and let him know, settle down, don't worry about getting the short one off. Slippery conditions, go back, have a shot.
Tough day for fullbacks into the breeze. And they've had plenty of practice so far, Freo. 8 behinds Geelong have kicked so far today. Can they get a goal? Milburn's kick lands in the square, and Freo deciding not to concede the behind. Not sure about the wisdom. We'll find out in a moment. Geelong getting plenty of players to the contest. Peter Bell taking it towards the line. Smith, Chapman.
Gee, Dylan Smith's reveling in those conditions, isn't he?
And it's good to see the umpires also, Michael, adapt to the conditions, allowing
letting
the players to dive on the football.
Yes, Steve. Very good to see. They're letting it go.
Darren Goldspink, a wet weather umpire, you think, Sauce?
Oh, he's very adaptable.
Man for all conditions, do Goldspink.
Seeing the lips move. Ball thrown in on 50. Sandlands. And he has jumped on top over there, Desi Headland. Play on. And that could have been a dangerous boot. Have to be careful of that this afternoon, the umpires. Headland goes to ground. And he goes back in after it again.
Can I say that we had that week 3 or 4 weeks ago where the umpires were really hot on the holding the ball decision. One thing I have noticed is that players diving on the ball are really making a genuine attempt to get it out for fear of being pinged. So from an umpiring perspective, they certainly achieved their objective.
Well, I don't have as great a problem with the rule I know as Sauce has. It's just that it wasn't communicated to us.
I'm with you, Hutto. I haven't got a problem with the
made.
rule. And that's right. The change of interpretation should have been communicated.
There's a whistle here. Darren Goldspink having a word to Matthew Pavlich.
Gary Ablett was unhappy about not getting a kicking in danger decision about 30 seconds ago, and I think he went and let Matthew Pavlich know about it.
Well, it was a reasonable ask, but ball thrown in, Mooney. Here's Pavlich. Oh, runner better get out of the road. Good physical pressure again applied by Fred. Forces the changeover. The turnover. Headland out wide. This is Gardner versus Thornton. They'll be quickly onto him. He had to get rid of it. He did. Cats had lots of numbers. They can work it away to the left or no, deciding to go along the line. They had lots of numbers back safely, but with a minute to go, they wanted to move it as quickly as they could. Now, Hadrill just knocking that one over the boundary line. Let's have a look at this possible kicking in danger. And he's not happy with it, Gaddy Jr. What do you reckon?
Got a fair point. His hands were on the ball, weren't they?
Yeah, it seems to be a rule that's almost disappeared out of the rule book. Ling gets it up to 50. Last 50 seconds for the Cats. If they could get a goal here, then they'd be happy with the quarter. But if Freo can deny them, they'd be delighted, I'm sure. Yeah. And they're going to get a free kick for some assistance there. And it goes to the biggest man on the ground, Aaron Sandilands, who just wobbles one up to the wing. Cameron Ling sends it back, and the Cats try again. There could have been some holding on McCarthy. Play on again. Johnson, dangerous and creative. They will get one more chance. Joel Corey into the square, and again across the face and through for a behind.
Gee, what a quarter. 9 points to 1 point. And the other game, of course, this year where we saw a scoreless opening quarter was at Amy Stadium, the game between Kangaroos and Adelaide. I think just one goal for the half, so much to look forward to as Thornton kicks towards half-back again. Mark claimed by Graham, not paid. He puts it onto the boot, close to quarter time. Chapman a chance out wide. Corey from 30 metres kicks a goal! Right on the quarter time siren. And some fantastic momentum for Geelong to go to the quarter time huddle, because we said before, the Mats probably need a couple of goals with the assistance of this breeze to make their quarter worthwhile. Well, they lead by 14 points, so perhaps they've done enough at quarter time. And Steve, well, they battled away, but some reward for their effort finally in the last seconds of the quarter.
Yeah, they would have been very happy with that goal. They went inside 50 on 20 occasions to Fremantle 3, so to get that goal at the end was something they did need. I'm sure Mark Thompson would be happy with that result.
Oh, interesting opening quarter. It's going to be a tough old afternoon at Skelt Stadium.